Hello everybody, this is Jalissa Rojas. This video was created by Arneris, Renaya, Tierra, and I for Miss Thomas's final AP Language and Composition project. I will be comparing and contrasting tone and mood in order to teach you, the audience, how to effectively point each of them out in a text. First, we will start with the definition of mood and tone. So mood can be described as the general atmosphere created by the author's words towards the audience. So basically, it's how the audience feels after reading the ideas expressed by the author. So on the other hand, we have tone. Tone is the author's attitude towards the writing and the readers. So basically, it's how the author portrays his ideas through his writing. Now that we know the meaning of the words tone and mood, let's learn a little bit more about them, starting with tone. The best way to remember tone is to remember that it equals the author. You can recognize the tone or attitude by the language or diction the author uses in his text. Another important thing to remember is that tone must be inferred, therefore it won't be blatantly obvious. In order to figure out the tone, you should look at descriptive words used in the text. So now let's try an example. In this example, we will be looking at The Road Not Taken, a poem written by Robert Frost. Specifically, we'll be looking at the last stanza. It states, "I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." In this example, the tone indicated by the word sigh is unhappy. Other words that can be used to describe a text's tone are serious, paranoid, and cheerful. Now let's learn a little bit about mood. The best way to remember the significance of mood is to remember that mood equals the reader or audience, you. Mood can be developed or created through descriptions and word choices, otherwise known as diction. So now let's look at an example of mood. The quote states, "There was plenty of food and the music was playing. Everybody was having a good time." The overall mood of this sentence would be one of happiness and fun. The sentence clearly states that there was plenty of food and music playing, and this usually means that there's a party going on, which means a celebration is going on. And considering that everyone is having a good time means that it is pretty much a joyous occasion. Here is another example of mood. The sentence states, "The man kicked and threw the poor cat out of his house." Now, this sentence is an example of mood. Therefore, it evokes a certain emotion from the audience. In this case, it evokes feelings of anger or pity for the cat. It all depends on how the audience feels about cats. If you don't like cats, then you'll side with the man who kicked and threw it out of the house, or you'll pity the cat if you like cats, because you'll be upset that a cat was thrown and kicked. Now let's look at examples of mood in literary devices. In this example, we'll be looking at Pickwick Papers, which was written by Charles Dickens. It states, "The river, reflecting the clear blue of the sky, glistened and sparkled as it flowed noiselessly on." The mood of this sentence is one of serenity and non-violence. This is quite obvious due to Dickens' description of nature, which is usually peaceful. Now here are some words that can be used to describe mood. One is enraged. Another is joyous. And the last one is pessimistic. If you still haven't really understood much of this video, here is a Venn diagram to show the differences and similarities in tone and mood. So, tone. Always remember that tone is the author's attitude or opinion. while mood can be defined as the feelings and emotions that readers get from writings. Some similarities between the two would be that they both have to be inferred. That means that they won't be obvious. The second thing is that both can be recognized by words or descriptions. In the end, you should think of tone as sort of like a brain, because it is the perspective or attitude that the author adopts with regards to a specific character, place, or development. Meanwhile, mood can be a heart, or let's say a broken heart, because it is an element that evokes certain feelings or vibes in readers through words and descriptions. Okay, we're almost done here. So this is the conclusion that will ultimately give us a recap of everything we've learned in this video. So far, let's start with mood. We learned that mood can be described as emotions that the reader, you, feels after reading a specific text. Mood should be remembered by the word me, because they both start with M. And when you're trying to figure out the mood of a sentence or text, you would ask yourself, gee, how does that sentence make me feel? What emotions did it evoke? So now, here is tone. Tone can be defined as the author's attitude towards the text or subject. The best way to remember tone is by T. As mentioned before, tone should be remembered by the author. So T in tone and T as in the author. Oh, let me get that M too in mood and mood. So I hope this video was helpful, and good luck in AP Lang next